This is Batman. This is not Batman, not Batman. Ah, but Nolan, this is not. No, my friends, today I bring you The Black Knight Returns. We start with a scrolling explanation about the lore of the world. Now, what you may notice, our narrator apparently got the Cliff Notes version of what we see on screen. It makes it a bit more difficult to make sense of this senseless story when the narrator is reading one thing, but the text says something else. Though, to be fair, it's not too distracting, since you can barely hear what he's saying.
In the order of the Black Knights who's watching.
But that's a problem we'll revisit later. Basically, there is a bloodline of Black Knights who have fought evil over the generations, and now they've moved from Europe to America. And none of this even matters. We first see our hero. That's Batman. That's Batman. I mean, it's not Batman, but it's clearly Batman. So not Batman punches the wall, while not Batgirl takes out Jonah Hill with an assault rifle. Note she picks up the assault rifle. Now they make their way to the top floor to find two hostages with bags over their heads. The day is saved until Rando in a black mask turns around and uh-oh, the hostages are rigged to explode. Sorry, hun, no time for vocal cords. Oh no, it's that guy? Not him? He's rigged the Sharpie to explode. So I guess it's time to stop him, or by stop him, I mean just hold hands and wait for the sweet scent of explosive death. It wasn't a dead man switch, you had a gun. And don't give me this perishing with nobility junk. You just let two hostages die. We now meet Simon, our story's main villain. He hates the world and everything in it, and that's about it. His mother comes to comfort him and... hold up. What? This incest brought to you by meaningless plot points. Yeah, that's never explained or brought back up, so like this movie, we'll just gloss over it as well. We now cut to a scene of yet another Black Knight being bad at his job. This is Falcon Knight, and he's never brought up again, but this goon is just, well, he's just the best.
Falcon Knight, I've been waiting for you.
You gotta love this guy's dedication and passion.
We did it for you!
Just awesome. Well, these red lights glow, the Knight can't move, and he gets killed, I guess. The Black Knight family has it worse than the Starks of Winterfell. Now we meet this chap. He's our actual main character. He has a flashback of a Renaissance festival from hell, then snaps out of it. We'll come back to that later. We come back to Simon, who is addressing some evil council saying he wants to kill everybody or something. This androgynous member and blonde chick say something about in due time, but the council has to blah, 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 whatever. So Evan is in jail for kickboxing or something.
You seem upset, Max. You still mad about me breaking your student's face in kickboxing? I told you, I thought you said full contact, and
I don't know, it's hard to hear or even care, but Grandfather Max is here to bust Evan out and help him turn his life around. Evan goes on to apologize for kickboxing.
part of the adventure is not knowing where you're going.
But he goes with Max to fulfill his destiny. While they head back to Los Angeles, we cut to scientists working on science, I guess.
Reanimated them and regenerated their DNA. They should be able to contaminate others.
Now it's time to meet EJ. He will be the tech portion of our team. Oh, did I mention they were forming a team? Probably not, because we're 20 minutes into this movie and I still don't know what's going on. EJ, could you back up just a little bit? This keeps happening.
Mr. Grail.
Now it's time to meet Alex. She will be our love interest for the evening. Evan is trying to buy some property back or something. He invites her on a date and she says yes. Moving on. Just gotta put some science in the science here. Are we seeing this through a security camera? Max finally explains to Evan that he is part of the Black Knight's bloodline. He is the last able-bodied one, and he must take up his family's legacy. So it's finally time to get the adventure started, though I still don't know what the adventure is. But let the training begin. Check. And now it's time for recon, to scope out the targeted area for the necessary weak points and security measures.
You just can't run into any old building, take what you need, and get out. But we have to do reconnaissance first.
Now this is a detailed process that takes careful planning. Or by careful planning, I mean street-level pictures of a building? Nailed it. Now it's time to suit up, and nearly 30 minutes into this movie, our main character is finally the Black Knight. And boy is it stupid. But no time for that, it's time to keep on training. And this is Rocky Balboa, Ivan Drago level stuff right here. And check. So now it's time for him to rekindle his relationship with the lovely Alex.
Wow. You know, I always wondered what it would be like to have a stalker.
How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Poetry. So over the course of nearly 10 minutes of movie time, we get to follow this couple to an art gallery, her couch, her bedroom. He calls her from the kitchen to ask what she wants for breakfast. This is supposed to be charming, I guess. Don't worry about missing any dialogue because it's all pointless and stupid, and it's just to manufacture some kind of chemistry between these characters until her inevitable death.
Making breakfast.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers! So now it's finally time for our first official mission. 42 minutes into the movie, and it's time to see just how ridiculous and ineffectual this suit really is. That can't be safe. Does he have the power of not needing peripheral vision? Yeah, just gotta fit these binoculars through the eye slit. He looks like a trash can. So he has to hack a computer using this hanging Ethernet cord, but oh no, not a random ski mask goon. He's been trained in the ways of the Black Knight. So now it's time for Grandpa to tell Evan the true story of his parents' death. And I kid you not, it is a shot-for-shot rerun of the opening of this movie. No arterial angles, no new information, the exact same thing. Were you really that proud of it, guys? This science needs some more science. So from what I gather, Simon's trying to release a black plague on the entire world. But these scientists are trying to create an antidote so the bad guys can survive. But this leads to an accident, and also the greatest piece of acting in this entire movie.
Who put these samples here? Who authorized these samples?
Just magical. We go back into the plot of Simon overthrowing the evil council, and I don't care, moving on. He ends up shooting his mom because he's evil? Oh no, wait while I carefully lower my dying body to the ground. So Evan goes to Alex and reveals her company is involved with the evil company, or something. She hates him for it and they break up. Next scene. But she does some investigation and finds that Evan may be telling the truth, but she still hates him. But don't worry, she gets kidnapped. So now the Black Knight must jump into action to save the love of his life. But wait, there are rockets about to be launched on the other side of the city. What is a hero to do? And where have I seen this plot before? Oh wait, it was in The Dark Knight! Grandpa tells him he needs to stop the rockets filled with blue Powerade, but Evan disagrees and heads off to save his girlfriend and leave the death of millions up in the air. So like real heroes, EJ and Grandpa work to crash the missile signals. But they need to get closer or something. Evan makes it to where Alex is being held by a ninja chick who is only a yellow belt. Look, I know this movie is low budget, but Simon can't afford at least a black belt? With time clearly of the essence, instead of using, I don't know, a gun to end this fight and get back to the terrorist threat, the Black Knight decides to fight her one-on-one. Now, I love how she punches him right in the faceplate. Now, I know it's foam in the real world, but it's supposed to be foam in the movie world, and if it is, why are you wearing it? He rescues Alex, but oh no, she's been poisoned, and she dies in his arms. What a tragic tale of two chance lovers who only knew one another for but a brief time, but whose union was bound together by something stronger than time. It was... Oh, you're just gonna leave her there? Okay, bye. This is how you get ants. So Grandpa is able to drive his van closer to the missiles, so EJ can hack their firewall and stop the launch.
EJ!
I'm working on it, Max.
But alas, Grandpa Max loses his life and proves that Evan as the Black Knight was completely pointless to this entire story. Let's break it down. He goes to save his girlfriend instead of stopping the missiles. missiles that will also kill his girlfriend. She dies anyways, so it's EJ and Grandpa Max who save the day, not the Black Knight, and Max dies in the process. Worst superhero ever. But now it's time for revenge. Oh, so now you're gonna use guns. Derp. So Evan goes back inside the base, or whatever this place is, and oh no, the red lights are back. So these immobilize his suit for some reason, and there he is, a sitting duck for the bad guys. So all they have to do is just shoot him. Just shoot him. No, don't pull out your fake swords, just shoot him. So somehow EJ or somebody is able to knock out the lights, and the Black Knight is able to gun down his would-be murderers. I heard someone was handing out bullets. This leads to our final showdown between Evan and Simon. And once again, he decides to not go with the assault rifle, but instead use his Black Knight karate again. Simon proceeds to go to town on Evan's faceplate. If this isn't armor, then why are you wearing it? After these two roughhouse for a few minutes, the Black Knight is able to break Simon's neck and kick him in the chest. And like his mother, Simon gingerly lowers his corpse to the ground. We end in a cemetery that I'm pretty sure they didn't have permission to film in. Evan pays his respects to Alex, EJ shows up with a book from Grandpa, and they decide to team up to have more adventures that hopefully no one will ever have to see. Look, tearing apart a movie with a Vacation Bible School budget isn't fair, I get that. But it's more than just the cheap effects and the bad sound mixing. It's the writing and directing that makes this almost unwatchable. So in conclusion, if you want to watch a Batman movie, just watch a Batman movie. But if you want to watch an unqualified moron wear a bucket on his head, then this is the movie for you. But as for me, I hope this Black Knight never returns again.